Just read an article about the temporary drop rate glitch that happened in World of Warcraft.
There's a temporary drop rate glitch.
Yeah. So it was the drop from. Depends. Okay. Mercy's an easy pick. The mount that drops from the Shaw of Anger in Pandera and Pandemonium. Do you know that drop?
And the Shaw of Anger.
Yeah.
I don't remember which mount that was.
It was the.
I remember doing that fight.
It was the black. It's one of the coveted mount drops that's super rare. It's like 0.1%.
Yeah.
It was the first mount they did that on, apparently, according to the article.
Sure, but I don't play without stakes.
Is this where we're gonna hang out? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna hold this
Hold this tunnel.
corner. Yeah.
All right. I'll be on
Ada.
Fata Messi.
Good luck. So what happened with the mount?
So what happened was, they had it had that extremely bad drop rate, and the way the drop worked was basically, I don't know if you don't know how, you may already know how the drop rate works, drops rate work in the system, but essentially it rolls for a roll, and if you get above, I guess, 50 on the roll, it determines if you get anything other than gold.
Oh, okay.
And then if you roll that roll, it then rolls another roll, determine what loot you get based on the loot pool, and one of those is the roll that potentially gets you that mount, and it's
Okay.
based on how that system works. That mount just dropped extremely rarely. Just because it's a bunch of combined chances that make it very hard.
Yeah, it's RNG on top of RNG.
RNG, yeah, so it's very difficult. So that was how they set up the work. But because the way the roll works, it does always give you something if you get the first part of the roll. So there's a much easier chance to get something, but there's a much larger chance to get anything you particularly want.
Yeah.
So that's how the roll worked, and for a long time, for years, that's just how it was. People loved that mount. It was very popular, but extremely difficult to get. And according to the article, about 1% or less than 1% of the population of the entire game had it.
Yeah.
And so that's where we're starting here. And then they released a new race with a new class, a class that had no previous existence in the game. The new race, the dragon race.
The dragon enchanter or whatever they called it.
Yeah. The invoker.
Invoker, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And they just add them to the game, and for a while no one notices anything until someone goes into the beta. During the beta, someone is playing this new evoker race, and they play that. They decide to go just play in some of the other old maps just to fuck around, see how everything works, and they go and fight the Shaw of Anger. And after one fight, the mount drops.
Oh, nice.
It was a mount they've always wanted, but it was a beta, so they're going to lose anything they get in the beta. So they're like, that's kind of sucks. A really bad luck, happened to get it. It's okay, whatever.
Yeah.
And then it happens again to someone else, and they're both content creators. So like, that's weird, huh? That we both got this thing during the beta, and they tweet each other about it, like, that's funny.
Yeah.
And then the game releases, and during the 2 weeks prior to where people were able to play the Evoker in advance, play the new before it fully released. Another person had that happen to them, where that mount dropped for them from the Shaw of Anger, and they're like, "What is going on?" And then,
pretty good luck.
Yeah. So what's going on? Well, and then someone figured it out. The loot pool did not have anything to drop for the Evoker class. There were
Oh, nice.
there were no items that would drop for the loot pool for the evokers. And that meant, but the lot, that drop always dropped something. If you got the first roll and it wasn't just gold, then you were guaranteed something. And the only item the Shaw of Anger could to drop for anyone that was an evoker that wasn't just their that wasn't class, because they didn't have any class armor or armor to speak of.
Yeah.
It was just the mount. So it turned it from a 0.1% chance to a 40% chance.
Oh, nice.
And Blizzard realized, no one told Blizzard, but there was basically this one day, there was always there's like half a day, like before the next day reset, that there were just people were farming this mount like crazy. Basically, you would go to Pandora and there would be like 200 dragon evokers just around waiting for the Shaw of Anger to spawn, just to fucking destroy it and then see if they got the drop. And one of the things the article describes, you would watch these evokers with their 15 minutes of existence that were created, and then wow, we just fucking pissed them off, huh? I'm not even paying attention. I didn't pay attention to this game at all.
That's a worry. You know what? There was nothing to see.
Apparently, there was nothing to see here. but so the evoker. So people would literally make an evoker, go to that, they just beeline straight to Shaw of Anger, wait for him to spawn, and then immediately, if he didn't drop, delete the character and make a new one so that they would refresh the loot pool, because otherwise it wouldn't. Yeah, and try again. So he described these poor evokers that were being created and destroyed in minutes, living their one brief life to possibly create this one item for the player. Which I thought was a really funny part of the article. But yeah, so eventually Blizzard noticed and corrected the error. Added the evoker's loot pool to the Shaw of Anger's drop pool, so it could actually get something. And then then there's a big outrage. Like, of course, WoW players are gonna be absolutely upset when someone gets something they can't get. So for this brief period, it was like, I spent 75,000 hours to get this stupid drop that these people are able to do in 15 minutes. That's bullshit. I am so angry. These people should have that mount taken away from them. Now, Blizzard's obviously not going to do that.
Yeah.
But
they should take it away from the people that complain.
Yeah, you're right. But then something magical happened. Something incredible that no one saw coming. Very quietly. They didn't announce it. They changed the loot pool for it wasn't that the Shaw of Anger drop was one of them. There was actually a set of them from Pandora that all had the same issue. The Shaw of Anger was the most popular one because that was the most in demand mount. But very quietly, they changed the loot pool so that it doesn't work the same way. And now it's a 1 in 100 or 1 in 200 chance to drop those items. No more of the ridiculous 1 in 75,000 chance. So you can actually, they changed it so that because of this little issue, all those mounts are now actually farmable.
It's a Christmas miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle. So Merry Christmas, one and all.